Hello, welcome back for another video on ARK Survival Ascended. The Lost City is a new, upcoming, exciting premium mod map, which comes from Snowy Train Studios, the creator of Forglar and Atlantis, which are some of my favourite mod maps on the market. So to say I was excited to check this one out would be an understatement. This map can be played cross-platform, is around 75% complete, and I was lucky enough to gain early access to it. So big shout out to Snowy Train for that. The map is set to release on the 7th of August, which is in just a few days time. It will set you back a sum of $10 US and is around the size of the center map. I have been informed that there will be 4 official servers for this map sometime after the release date, 2 PvE and 2 PvP. I will also be giving out a bunch of free codes to this map upon release, so for a chance to win, be sure to join my Discord server and keep a close eye on the server announcements section. Link is in the description of the video. Anyway, in this video I'll be showcasing all of the current map features in detail, what's coming in the future, and most importantly, is it worth the price tag? So let's get straight into it. Kicking things off with the introduction to Biomes. Let's begin in the direct center of the map with none other than the Lost City. Said to be a beginner starting area, but I wouldn't exactly call it easy, as although there is a lot of beginner friendly creatures spawning in the area, there are also the odd few dangerous threats too. It does however seem like a relatively safe haven for survivors to kickstart their journey, offering a wide variety of architecture to explore to potentially set up camp within. Basic resources are plentiful here, but rare resources seemingly are a little more scarce. There is, however, a nice amount of metal nodes throughout the city to satisfy our gathering needs. Taking up the majority of the central map is the jungles and grasslands. Expect to find a variety of creatures spawning throughout, including the Ragnarok exclusive Griffin. Now that's what I'm talking about. A picturesque river running through the center of the map, home to many beavers and dams for all those tasty resources. More features throughout the entirety of the jungles would be many ruins, pre-built castles, and other types of structures adding some exploration value, and somewhere that you could potentially turn into a place you can call home. Also in the south central region you will find a vast wasteland, bearing similarities to the original from Extinction. Here you will find a variety of deadly and more mid-game creatures to tame, that is if the corrupted species don't get to them first. OSDs will frequently crash down from the heavens here, and also element veins rising from the ground, so the map will have all the loot goblins covered and also the tech tier enthusiasts. In the southeast corner lies a large snow biome. As always, expect to find your typical snow biome beauties inhabiting the area. The mammoths, the direwolves, snow owls, managama, just to name a few. It's a little too warm for me if I'm being honest, as it stays around -7 degrees throughout the day, and I'm personally all about that -20 degrees or lower, because I love me a freezing cold snow biome, but other than that it looks great. Also housing an ice wyvern trench too, by the way, so there's plenty of reasons why you want to dive on deep into the snow on Lost City. It is also home to one of the prettier non-artifact caves I've probably seen in the game. Now this would make for a beautiful base location. In the south is the Extinction City, which as expected has the same characteristics of the Sanctuary from Extinction. Expect to find the usual suspects spawning here, defense units, enforcers and scouts, etc, etc. Same resources to be had here as say the lampposts, tables and chairs for all that easy metal, crystal, element dust and electronics. Coming across city terminals on your travels for all your crafting needs. What you may also come across are the special enforcers that look like this. They spawn at a very high level and can be killed for a small amount of element shards when accessing their death cache. Moving to the southwest lies a large swamp biome. This swamp design takes verticality to a new level, incorporating many floating islands high up in the sky with dirty swamplands high and low. And I never thought I'd say this about a swamp, but it does look very pretty. And if you know me, you know I hate the swamp, so that is strong words coming from me. It is a little dark though. I never usually have to turn off fog and clouds, but I did have to here, to be able to actually see the beauty in the area. This is where you'll find your typical swamp dwellers, including some unusual suspects like the Yeeling, and even the Basilisk, so there could be a few jump scares on the cards here. And yes, you can also find rock drakes and nests here too, which is great news. However, I do think that they would fit better somewhere within the next biome, which is the Mushroom biome, located in the west, titled the Aberration Zone, but I felt like dubbing it the Mushroom biome because it sounds way cooler. Speaking of cool, it honestly looks beautiful. I could be wrong here, but the entire biome is seemingly home to aberrant variants only, and also a variety of the usual fauna you'll see in Aberration's green and blue zones. The biome is home to some unique features, including many giant mushroom trees, which you can attach tree platforms to. I'm sure the treehouse build fanatics are going to love this biome for this feature alone. And to close out the biome section, we have the Scorched Earth biome in the top right corner of the map in the northeast. A slightly different take on a Scorched Earth biome here, including lots of tall cliffs rising up throughout the biome. I definitely like a lot about it, but it is missing something and I can't quite put my finger on it. Anyway, expect to find plenty of Scorched Earth DLC beauties spawning here, along with a few welcomed additions from other DLCs like the Velonosaur, for example. And of course, plenty of crystal, metal, etc, to get your hands on over here. Oh, and I almost forgot, there is a small ocean surrounding the north and east side of the map, so if you're a fan of aquatic creatures, then you'll find most spawning here. I haven't seen any deep sea creatures though, like the Mosa, Plessy or Tuso, so I'm guessing those will come with future updates when the ocean has deeper areas. We now move on to the artifact caves. There are currently 5 on the map so far, and of course will be plenty more coming with future updates. I've really been enjoying checking out the caves, so I'll quickly go over some of my favorites. In the snow biome lies a narrow ice cave, bearing similarities to the hard snow cave from the island, but with a little more flora just to blind you from the dangers that lie within. All of those typical ice cave creatures spawning throughout, battling your way through to find some tasty loot crates, and inevitably making your way to the artifact of the Skylord. A jungle temple themed cave where you will have to navigate your way through dark corridors and rooms filled with those typical nasty creepy crawlies and slivery suckers. The titanoboas, the arthros, the spiders, the scorpions, we all know how it works. In the shadows you will be rewarded for your efforts with some loot crates, and of course at the end of the road, the artifact of the stalker. And if you're anything like me, then this one probably won't be your cup of tea. In the swamp lies the maze cave, filled with booby traps, bats and spiders. Making your way through these narrow corridors, wrong turns and most likely getting lost, you'll make it to Artifact of Chaos. Plus 2 tasty loot crates which will make you feel a little better after all the pain you just endured. It also appears that all of these caves do spawn high level creatures up to level 500, so they won't be a total walk in the park, that's for sure. The final cave I wanted to showcase is one I am dubbing the 995 cave, and I hear you ask why. Well, it seems every single creepy crawly in this cave spawns at level 995, which is pretty crazy, and I have no idea if this is intentional or not, but I absolutely love it. I've always loved running artifact caves, and sometimes when I check out caves I end up being disappointed with how small and easy they end up being. This one is not one of those. It's a giant cave, it's long, it's dark, it's detailed. It has got to be my favourite cave on the map right now, so yeah, have fun with that. You'll definitely need to be well prepared for this one. Tackling this long dark cave system will see you rewarded well for your efforts with some high quality loot crates and the artifact of the crag. And once you retrieve all the artifacts, you are ready to make your way to a summoning terminal at one of the 3 obelisks, fighting either the Gamma, Beta or Alpha GolGhost, which appears to be a ghostly, deformed Megapithecus type boss. And I guess it does have quite a bit of detail considering it is a ghost. Anyway, at first glance I felt like it was going to be a walk in the park, as I noticed it only had 540,000 health on Alpha. And as always, mods surprised me and made me out to look like a fool, when it ended up having an elemental poison cloud attack of some sort that seemed to easily knock out most of my Rex army. And to add insult to injury, I was killed by a Ghost Dimorphodon minion, which it summons along with Ghost Rock Drakes. So yeah, it appears that Rex running the boss with a UT may not work as well as I expected. With that being said, I'm always up for a good challenge and can't wait to take it on for a second time. More map features include mini bosses, which is the only thing I can think to call them right now. They definitely aren't bosses, but are basically slightly larger and higher level versions of vanilla creatures. We already mentioned the defense unit, but there are other species of these creatures that spawn at very high levels, including the big Bigfoot. These are definitely worth hunting down as they will drop a nice amount of black pearls, and also a type of giant bee honey that does seem to stack. Weather storms are also included, so you'll find sandstorms from Scorched Earth. Storms like this, which I have no idea how to describe it other than the sun having a bad headache. It does look cool though. Heat waves are also included, which from my experience does occur throughout the entire map, which is a little odd, as for example, one minute you'll be chilling out in the snow biome, and then the next you're sweating it out in the sauna. So maybe some of the storms need to be restricted to the Scorched Earth biome only. While on the subject of heat waves, you'll be more than happy to know that the Phoenix does naturally spawn on Lost City, along with pretty much all other DLC creatures from all maps, so there is a lot on offer to sink your teeth into. So, is it worth the price tag? Well, I've been exploring the map for a good 12 hours or so, and I must say a lot of Lost City has impressed me. The mushroom biome feels super refreshing and has got to be one of my favorite biomes I've seen in a while. The map offers a lot of exploration value. I'm a big fan of the artifact caves and can't wait to see more. The boss is also a welcoming addition too, and offers a new challenging experience. The map does seem very well optimized and runs very smoothly for me, and I'm happy to announce that I didn't even crash once while flying around in GCM recording these clips. So that has to be a first on ARK, which only means good things, right? And just a bit of constructive criticism. There is a couple of areas around the map that seem a little empty, like there's no ground clutter, trees or rocks at all, so it just feels too plain and doesn't mesh well with the rest of the surrounding areas. Some creatures rarely spawn or don't spawn at all. I think I only saw one baryonyx on the map, and no giant bees spawning at all, for example. I'm also hoping that the rock drake and nests get moved to underground or an aberration area later down the line, as they do seem very out of place in the swamp. The best thing about ARK is that you can play it in many ways. Yes, the map isn't finished yet. It's not going to be everyone's cup of tea starting out on an incomplete map, but it is at 75% completion, and there will be another big update coming in the next 2 weeks. So the current areas shouldn't change all that much, mainly just new features and new areas to explore with future updates. So it can be nice to feel the anticipation of new content consistently dropping over time. I do love the map a lot though. I personally do like to wait for a map to be fully complete before I begin playing it, but I make videos on YouTube, so it makes sense for me to wait. So it all depends on the player really. If say I played casually and feel like treating myself to a new map experience, then I can definitely recommend it. The map has a lot of potential. And speaking of potential, here is a list of all the map features coming in future updates. A redwoods biome, lava biome, and more greenlands. These are said to come in the update 2 weeks after release. An underground area which could potentially be the same size of the map. This will also include an aberration zone too. So yeah, I can't wait for that. 5 new mini bosses, 5 new artifact caves. The roaming king titan will also be added. Puzzle caves, new magic dino variants with new abilities, which can be transferred to and from snowy terrain maps. For example, Foglar, Atlantis, and Lost City. The map is slated to be fully complete in November this year, which isn't too far away. And that is going to be the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and don't forget to join my Discord server to keep a close eye on the server announcements section for a chance to win a giveaway code. I'll be giving away a bunch of them when the map fully releases, which remember will be just in a few days time, and I'll announce the winners a week after release, just to give everyone a chance to see the video. So if you did enjoy the video, please don't forget to like, comment, share around, and subscribe for more. And I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Goodbye.